Fox News Storm Team.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, everyone in North Dakota. I am so glad to see all of you. And all you kids, you keep working hard in school. You get those good grades. That's what keeps Mom and Dad happy, too. And hey, Tom, how's the weather? Ho, 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 ho.
Yeah, this was a few days ago when it was recorded, and I got to tell you, somebody in Mandan must have some clout to pull some strings to get Santa in already. So great job. And Santa, thank you very much. And I've been a very well-behaved weather guy this year, so think kindly of me. Okay, let's go ahead and check out the weather headlines here because we've got a whole lot of wind. Of course, you know that. A little less wind tonight, and I'm talking about a little less. It's very windy now. It's still going to be windy tonight, just maybe not as, especially after midnight. Tomorrow, it is going to be blustery and colder than today, and even colder temperatures on Wednesday. And I just want to tell you right now, Thursday there's going to be a bit of a day where we get a nice little bump in the temperatures, maybe back into the 20s and maybe some 30s, which is still below normal, but by Friday night into Saturday morning, the bottom is just going to fall out and temperatures are going to plummet. And then, being North Dakota, you know we have to have some wind. That means some serious wind chills. I mean, we're going to have some cold wind chills this week, but they're going to be seriously cold wind chills when you get up Saturday morning. So let's take a look at some of our current conditions. 23 degrees in Minot. Winds out of the west-southwest at 26. So if you're outside in the wind, it feels like 6 degrees above zero. Now in Bismarck, it's 27, and the west-northwest wind is 21 miles an hour. So if you're outside in the exposed skin, it's going to feel like 13 degrees. So here are some other temperatures across western North Dakota. And it does happen, obviously, from time to time, but it just doesn't happen a lot. Coldest weather in the west as opposed to the east of Highway 83. Quite often it seems to be the other way around, but that's what we've got going on right now. Teens and 20s across all of western North Dakota and most of eastern Montana. And looking at the wind chills, and I know just a little while ago we had 3 of these numbers up here that were below zero. Crosby, Williston, I think Watford City was below zero as well. It's warmed up to 0 for the wind chill in Watford City, but boy, that is just not fun to be outside, is it? So here's the wind speed, and these are sustained winds, 20 to 30 miles an hour right now, and it is going to stay windy even tonight. Again, later on tonight, the wind will drop off a little bit, but expected to be blustery for a good part of the week. So as we look at the wind gust, 35-mile-an-hour wind gusts in Bismarck. Dickinson's wind gust over 40 miles an hour right now. And check out Williston, nearly 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts in Williston. Crosby up at 36 and Minot at 38 miles an hour for the wind gust right now. So as we look at the radar, and most snow is happening up in the Turtle Mountains right now, eastern Bottineau County. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a few flurries maybe coming off a lake there. Down, it looks like, in Garrison and maybe extreme southern Ward County. And I wanted to show you the Lake Matagoshi camera because this is actually an improvement from when I showed it to you earlier this hour. The visibility was even less than it is right now, but it is snowing. Not terribly heavy, but it is snowing in Lake Matagoshi. And there it is. You can see it on the radar. And it looks like, because the camera's kind of pointing this way, so it's really not looking at that white, this snow up here. So it's kind of missing that. So I would expect the visibility in Matagoshi to drop again here soon. But it's snowing around Bottineau and Willow City and Dunseith and just on the outskirts of Rolette. And I just saw this here, and from time to time you can look at satellite and radar and actually see where the center of the low would be if you just know what you're looking for. Piece of cake, too. Look at this. See the swirl right here in western or eastern this would be western Manitoba. This is where the center of the low is, right here. So when you see that center of a swirl, notice how it's coming around? That's where the center of the low is. And that's where the snow is tonight at 8 o'clock, but it won't last long. And then tomorrow morning, it's still going to be pretty blustery, fairly cloudy for most of us, maybe a snowflake here or there, but that is about it. Wind chills on Tuesday. Check that out. Now, we're talking about below zero tomorrow morning when you're going to to work. But look at Wednesday morning wind chills. They're going to be even colder than that. So next 72 hours for Dickinson, cold, and then a bit of a reprieve on Thursday. It's going to be a short reprieve, though. Low temperatures tonight will be in the teens, but wind chills. And then for tomorrow, back into the teens for most of us for the high. Here's a look at the Bismarck 7-day outlook. And, oh, that number just really got my attention right there. We are talking about some very cold weather Friday night, Saturday morning, Joel. And, you know, at least you're not going to be doing any of those long runs like you did for that, was it the fundraiser, was it for MS last week? Is that what it was?
Yep, turkey trot for cystic fibrosis. It was a good time.
And, you know, at least you don't have to run in that.
Well, there is another one coming. We have the Santa Run coming up in Bismarck here in just another 2 weeks, I believe. So we're counting on hopefully staying above zero for that day.
Okay, well, Amber and I will get together and we'll place an order and try to get you a nice day.
I'm counting on it. Let's hope so. That's a lot riding on this one. Thank you, Tom.